Welcome to my Humane Society website review. So, for the first question about what can the website change to make it more user-friendly and additional categories and content to see, or what are things that could be removed. So, the first thing I noticed is the drop-down tabs. When you first open the page along the top, and they all drop down. The font being, not the font, but the color of the text being gray with a gray background almost made it feel like I've clicked it before, or that it's been like it's not available, I guess, is the way I kind of looked at it when I clicked it. It just didn't appeal to the eye, I didn't think. It almost made me feel like when you click a link, like at Google and it turns purple when you viewed it, it was that way for all of them. So I think changing that to a darker font might be helpful to almost stand out more. It felt a little bit too like minimalistic. I think putting some color into the page on that sense would be helpful. Making it just a darker gray or black or any color that's also on the website would be great. I do know that it does highlight when you hover over it, which is great, and it does make it seem like you can click it. But that's just one thing I noticed about the website. It's a very informational website, and I learned a lot that I didn't know about the Humane Society, which I thought was great. There's a lot of information, and all being accessible at the top and organized was great. One thing I did notice also was that with the pictures, there was some blank. I noticed like the executive directors was blank. I think there's other staff members that were blank too, or there was. And I think I'm sure there's other reasons behind that. Either they don't want it on the website, or maybe they bet new hires who haven't had their picture taken yet. I think it would be good to have executive director especially, but all the other positions if you can, have pictures, because then it's just it's a clear staff directory of who's there, because sometimes it was just like broken up with the paw with no picture. So I think it'd be nice if they all had pictures, but again, there's probably reasons on why they don't all have their picture. So what signature event or program do you think the Humane Society of West Michigan should add to their organization? So coming off of Bark in the Park, I thought of Bark at the Beach. I thought this was kind of funny, going to the beach. Being the Humane Society of West Michigan, you could take advantage of being on the west side of the state and having the lake. So I think that'd be a great event to get people to go out and play with the dogs, be in the water, and just kind of hang out. I think that'd be kind of a good take on Bark at the Park, and you really get to emphasize that Western Michigan part of the Humane Society. And then lastly, for a nonprofit or corporate sponsor, should the Humane Society of West Michigan partner with? I said Chewy. I've never owned a pet before, so I don't know what goes into owning a pet, which for people who are adopting their first pet or fostering an animal, that can be an intimidating factor, I can imagine. And so if Chewy could partner with the Humane Society and coming up with almost like a starter kit, or doing a promotion where, if you adopt a dog, you get a free bed and food or toys and stuff like that. And then once they've already partnered with them, Chewy's benefit is that they might get more sales in the future, and then the Humane Society's benefit is that if they're running that promotion, they might get more adoptions or fosters, because it's going to be a little bit easier to ease into the ownership of a pet. So I think that'd be a great partnership to have, just to almost ease people into the process of pet ownership, and also both ends get the business aspect with each other. So it's a great website and it's a great cause. Definitely am interested in having a pet in the future. Like I said, I've never had a pet before, so definitely a place I could look at and go to events to see if it's something I'm interested in. So thank you and have a good week.